If you've been around this channel for some time, you know I like clean and simple looking desk setups. While I made a video on my current desk setup not so long ago, I recently had the chance to collab with awesome brands and they sent products my way to test. So here we are today, changing things up again with my setup with the goal in mind to keep things clean and simple. My current setup is great as it is and there's nothing that really needs an update, but it's always cool to try new stuff and this video might give you new ideas for your own setup, so let's have a look. But first, a word from this video sponsor, DataCamp. DataCamp is an online learning platform that helps you build data analytics skills at your own pace. You don't need any basic data skills to get started, and you can aim at a variety of skill levels, from simple Excel 101 and database manipulation to advanced machine learning. Regardless of your industry or career stage, data and analytical skills are necessary to move forward. And as a software developer, I can definitely assess that. I started the Introduction to SQL course and thought it was great for developers that wants to start working with databases. What I really liked is that it's a hands-on approach, videos are kept short, and courses are interactive with exercises. You also have access to daily exercises so that these new learnings stay fresh. If you're struggling with spreadsheets at work or simply want to make better data-driven decisions, then DataCamp is the online learning platform for you. DataCamp subscriptions usually start at $25 a month, but if you sign up before January 12th, you can get the premium plan for only $12.49 a month, so effectively half of the cost of the standard plan. Use my link in the description to check out the first chapter of any course for free and start investing in yourself today with DataCamp. Okay, so first things first, I tried to figure out if there were things on my desk that I could live without. I came to realize that while I like my gaming PC and definitely don't want to get rid of it, I don't need to have it on my desk. It is a very cool looking computer, given how small it is, and I bet many would like to have it on their desk to show off. However, I've had it for a few years now, and I don't find its design as exciting as I used to. At this point, the desk space gained back and cleaner look are more appealing to me. Since I have a standing desk, having it on the floor wouldn't be practical with all the wires to accommodate both the standing and sitting positions. So instead, I decided to mount it right under my desktop. To do so, I bought this Vivo computer mount. I went with this model because it's the only one I saw that fits computers as small as mine. It achieves this with a pretty simple design that relies on straps to secure the computer instead of a plastic or metal frame, which is quite genius. To install this mounting system, I first adjusted the straps to fit my PC case. This also let me adjust the width of the base so that my PC fits snug. I then cut the strap excess and I was ready for the under-desk installation. It was just a matter of drilling a hole first based on where I wanted it so that the screws go in nicely, and then securing the two metal rails with said screws. Because I had already adjusted the straps, I could rely on that measure to have the rails at the right distance from each other. And then I installed my PC upside down in there and I only had to tighten the straps. I decided to have it this way so that the case's feet are in contact with the rails instead of the case itself, and the rails also have foam blocks on the sides so that the side panels are protected. So I'm quite happy with the result. I don't bump into it with my knees too much and it's not too visible unless looking at an angle. It does get a bit hotter given that the heat cannot escape from the top like it used to, but all other vents are clear, so it's not too bad overall. The only downside is that I have to reach under my desk to turn on my PC, but it's a once a day thing, so it's all good, and the button is quite accessible on the side. I also like that it cleaned up the cables that had to go on my desk to connect to the PC. Now everything can be connected under the desk, exactly where other cables are already taken care of, and it greatly helped with cable management. Finally, just to know that I don't have to watch out for my PC when I change the height of my desk is great, as I would have to if it was on the ground to make sure no cable gets tangled. Next thing we're changing with this desk is the way the monitor is mounted and a few accessories here and there. All of this is possible with the help of Grovemade. So I started by removing most of the stuff from my desk, including all the mounts, monitor arms, desk pads, and peripherals. First accessory is this monitor riser, entirely made out of wood. This stand can support up to 200 pounds. That's crazy. I plan to use it, yes, to support my monitor, but I will also leave my laptop under it instead of in a dedicated vertical stand. Then we have these two planters in different heights. I thought these looked amazing, and while they come as is, only with the stainless steel inserts, I went ahead and added my own succulents in there. I actually left them in their little plastic cups so that the water could drain in case I watered them a bit too much, but you can also have them directly in the inserts. These look awesome, and they add a touch of nature to this setup. Next up is a desk mat, and I went with the second smallest variant they had given how small my desk is, but it's worth noting that they have bigger versions too. This blue color matches the existing theme I have with my setup here, and the size is just right given that I use a trackpad and a small keyboard. The material looks a bit like leather, but it's actually linoleum. It's a relatively natural material as it's usually made from linseed oil, resin, and cork dust. Pretty cool. There is also a cork lining under it so that it grips on the desk. I believe Grovemade makes coasters with the same material, so I guess it's safe to have a hot mug on it, and given how wide it is, there's plenty of room for that purpose. Finally, the last accessory I have from Grovemade is a wooden tray for my Apple Magic Trackpad 2. Again, it has a cork base, then an aluminum sheet, and finally the structure is mostly maple. It looks awesome and makes the trackpad slightly higher, which I find quite comfortable. Again, looks pretty cool, and it complements this blue, dark gray, and wooden theme I've got going on. A few interesting facts about Grovemade products is that they're made from high quality materials by hand in the US. So although they're not the cheapest, there's an obvious reason why that is so. Finally, last item I am changing here is the monitor. BenQ sent over their new PD3420Q monitor, and here it's replacing my PD3220Q. Sounds similar? Well, yes, they're pretty much the same thing, but this new model comes in an ultra-wide format and it only supports USB-C instead of Thunderbolt 3, and that makes it a bit cheaper too. It's not an upgrade, it's really just different, and I wanted to try an ultra-wide monitor without losing the awesome KVM feature that my previous BenQ monitor had. And this one also has it, so that's great. It allows me to use the monitor as a USB hub, and I can switch between two computers, which it should connect to when I change the video feed that's currently being displayed. What I love about the PD series from BenQ is that there is no branding at the front for a super clean look. The included stand is also one of the best out there, being mostly metal and featuring spring-assisted height adjustment. Overall, I think it's a nice size given the dimensions of my desk, and I think it looks awesome in this current setup. So that wraps it up for today. Thanks again to DataCamp for sponsoring this video. I'll have a link down below for you to check out their learning platform. I'll also link all the accessories I used in today's video, as well as all the other items that were already part of this desk setup, so head down below to find out about everything that I use. I have an upcoming video featuring another completely different setup very soon, and you definitely don't want to miss that, so make sure you subscribe and hit that like button to let me know if I should continue making these desk setup videos. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.